All right, then we wait.
How you guys doing?
Hey!
You guys-
Happy Friday, guys!
You guys
Hello.
are tuned in with Stay Fishy Friday with your best host, Joshua Price.
No, that'd be Big Ridge.
And of course, up here, we've got our true friend up here, Robbz from the Aquarium Guys podcast.
No, wasn't that the Aquarium podcast, guys?
It's,
Oh man.
it's the Pod Guys Aquarium.
Hello,
Cast.
everyone.
Pod Guys Aquarium. Okay. No, it's Aquarium Guys podcast, and guys, this guy has done so much for OFR. I just want to, send out a special thank you to him. He's helped us out so much, and now he's become the new Wisconsin?
Minnesota.
Minnesota chapter of OFR. He's going to start taking in all these rescues in Minnesota, and then every once in a while, once every 3 to 5, 6 months, we can meet up and take them and bring them here. So he's really doing an effort for Ohio Fish Rescue. Not to mention he set up this live stream. Not to mention he set up Tracy's, GoFundMe, which brought in over $7,500 now. So, I mean, this guy is just like a godsend to us, and I hope you guys love him as much as we do.
He's aight.
He's aight.
I'm surprised you guys, praised my name after I took over your channel this morning.
Hey, now that was not appreciated. I had a video already, and I went to upload it, and it's already there. What?
It's too late.
Too late.
Overtaking your channel, man.
No. We all planned that ahead of time, and I thought the story was great, and you guys needed to see it. And then what better way to introduce Robbz as our northern chapter? So I thought it was a great situation, and you guys seem to love the video. So I did want to have him send it to me first where I can edit it and have me on there saying, I want to introduce you guys to Robbz. He's going to be taking over. He's going to be doing our
It's not how you overtake, man.
And he didn't give me that chance. I gave him the password, and he just screwed me. He just put it up.
It's a true overtaking. That's what I'm talking about.
So this is not clickbait because you did overtake.
I did indeed. And it was fun and worth it.
It was a great video. I appreciate it. Now there's going to be part 2 and then part 3. Part 2 is going to be transferring the fish from.
Oh.
Okay.
Also, don't forget, on that video, there was mass amounts of clown puke. Now, Dabby does have a bunch of that left to make sure to get put in some of your tanks as well.
No clown puke.
Are you sure? It's special. It's like 60-year-old clown puke, man.
Gabby can understand this because he's colorblind, and he thinks it's just gravel. I see the colors, and I'm just like, clown puke.
It's the best clown puke ever.
I do not have that anywhere in the rescue. I have natural rocks or no rocks. No clown puke.
It is the best prank is taking just a small little pinch of clown puke and throw it in your friend's tank.
Oh, that's horrible.
It's so mean because you'll never get it all the way out.
Just such a thing. Do you know how hard it is to get 7 pieces of gravel out of your gravel? Oh, it's horrible.
That's all it takes. Just a little pinch. It's like glitter for the aquarium. You'll never get it out.
Okay, so now, guys, I'm so glad you're all here. I have, gone through the ringer in the last few months, and you guys have been there supporting us. I love you all. You guys are our fish family. OFR, YouTube, and Ohio Fish Rescue, the 501c3, and even the page. The page we don't talk much on. So anybody that's on the page, Ohio Fish Rescue on Facebook,
business.
That's business. That's just, we post on there just rescues. If you want to talk to us, you should be over in the forum, which is Ohio Fish Rescue 501c3. Now there, we talk to people daily. We answer questions. We help people out. Someone's got a broke tank. We find somebody in their neighborhood that's willing to donate a tank. We help everybody out. If you're close to me, I help you out. I give out heaters. I mean, whatever it takes, I help the fish community. And that's what we do most of our talking on is Ohio Fish Rescue on Facebook. It's called Ohio Fish Rescue 501c3. So that's the thing that you need to be on. And then I put an update on Tracy now once a week on Ohio Fish Rescue 501c3, the YouTube community tab. So if you haven't checked out community tab, you should, because I post on there so that everybody on YouTube can see these updates. Now, do you want to move on to Tracy update, Josh?
It's up to you, big guy. I think everyone here is wanting to know about her.
All right, let me turn this on.
Also, before we start, we have to go with your new nickname, Rich, and that is Slim Rich. It's no longer Big Rich.
Oh, come on! I'm not Slim Rich yet. I'm not huge rich, but I've gone down. I'm down 72 pounds, and I've stayed at this plateau for a while. I just talked about to Josh today about walking around like fast walking around the block, and it's 1.5 miles around the block. I'm not ready to get into all the working out and doing that for hours a day. I don't have time. But maybe we can get in a walk a day, and that'll be something that helps out my weight loss. Or I have to go back to fasting because I've hit a plateau. I'm 280, and that's all there is to it. It's not getting lower. It's not getting no higher. But, I do feel a lot better. I can get up off the couch by myself. I don't need help no more. I get out of the bed and I go to the bathroom. I have the old man noises. Oh, ow, ooh. But it's much easier than it used to be. So I'm now putting on my own socks and bending over to do so, which I couldn't do before. So things are getting better. So I want to lose another 40 pounds to end up the way I used to weigh, and then I've got a closet full of extra large shirts. I'm in 2X right now. If I can get down to the extra large, I've got so many clothes. It's amazing. I've got skull t-shirts, band t-shirts, all kinds of stuff that I could wear. And actually jeans. I can fit into my old jeans if I get down to 240. So that's my goal, and that's what I'm looking towards,
Now you want to go ahead with the mom update? The whole
yes.
moral of the story?
Yes. I'm sorry. I get a little sidetracked. But
I got to distract you more often.
How many people do we have watching right now?
123.
123? Well, these people deserve to know. Okay, you all heard Tracy got transferred from Regency, which was the super nurse. It was okay. It was a decent place. But without the super nurse, I would have been upset. But super nurse Michelle took care of Tracy, and we love her for that. Now she got transferred from there to a place called Avon Place. Now I'm putting her name on blast because of how bad they almost killed Tracy. They almost killed her. She was there 9 days. She lost 10 pounds. Now, this is before I knew everything else. I threw a fit because I couldn't call them. I'm calling them every day. I couldn't get a hold of them. I'd get a hold of them every 3 days, and I'd get somebody that says, I'm busy, let me get your number, I'll call you back. And then they'd never call back. It was a horrible situation. 9 days goes by, I find out she's lost 10 pounds in 9 days. She's only 101 pounds. Now she's 91 pounds. This girl is going to waste away, and she's eating her own muscle and fat, and she don't have much of that. So I was really mad. I started calling everybody. I started calling director of nursing, the city, the state, nursing board. I was calling everywhere I can. And finally, I called them up and got through. And I was like, look, I have 80,000 people on Facebook that want to know what's going on with Tracy. I have 20,000 people on, that was YouTube, and 20,000 people on Facebook that want to know what's going on. And you people are just putting me out in the dark, and you're not working with me. And now she's lost 10 pounds. She's 91 pounds. 33 years I've known her. She's never been 91 pounds. And under your care in 10 days, she's 91 pounds. They tried telling me, well, it's muscle loss. It's blah, blah, blah. We're changing her food now. Well, 2 days later, which, they started working with me. They said, if you bring your phone up, I'll call you every day. I'll have a nurse call you every day, and you can talk to her. So I'm like all happy. Okay, my threats worked, and I don't have to blast them on the internet. Well, 2.5 days goes by and they still don't call. I still can't get through to them. Finally, I get a call from them 2.5 days later that she has to go to the hospital. She's having respiratory problems, and she has to go to the hospital. I call Cleveland Clinic because that's where they transferred her. Avon Cleveland Clinic. Man, she had blood clots in her legs. She had bed sores. She had an infection. She had a temperature. She lost, she's 91 pounds. She was ready to die. These people almost killed her. And I'm serious about this.
So we had my mother. She went back to Cleveland Clinic in Avon in the ICU unit. She was there for what, 8 days?
Yeah, but 4 days goes by and she had already gained back like 4.5 pounds. And me and the doctors there figured out. Should I say it?
Whatever you want.
Me and the doctors there figured out that there's no way she could have lost this weight unless they completely did not feed her, because she's on a tube feed. It ain't like she didn't eat on her own. She's not even coherent yet. There's a tube feed straight to her belly. They never turned it on. There's the only way she could have lost that weight in that little short of time. So, the doctors, Cleveland Clinic's great. They got her fever down. They got her blood clots are clearing now with blood thinners. Her infection is now gone. Her weight's coming up. Everything's great. And they put her back on the tube feeding to see if that was the reason for the infection. And she took the tube feeding just fine. So then they transferred her to this new place. Now this new place is a beautiful place. And there was only 4 places around that could take Tracy that was close to me. Avon Place was one. This place was another. And it's only like 3 miles from me. Cleveland Clinic downtown was another, and it wasn't even Cleveland Clinic. It was
St. Augustine.
St. Augustine on like 78th in Detroit. Not a good neighborhood. So I didn't want her to go there. And then the other one was, do you remember?
Don't know.
It was farther away. So I took her to this place. And, I started reading all the reviews. And Avon Place had like 1 of 3. And then I looked up Google reviews and like
2 stars.
It was 2 stars out of 5. And then every other person was saying, please don't take your loved one here. They're terrible. And, I didn't look that up because at Regency when she was there, where she got okay care, but there was that super nurse, Michelle. You all met her. Regency, the director of nursing there said, if I was going to send my mom anywhere, it would go to Avon Place. That's the best place around. I did not check into it, and that's my fault. They almost killed her. So now I picked one of the other 4 people or places in the area that she could be released to that has a respirator at a nursing home. Well, I'll tell you what. I am so happy. They have been so good. Hey, God. They have been so good and so kind to me. They have called. I mean, the last 2 days that Tracy's been there, I've talked to the nutritionist. I've talked to the activist. I've talked to the therapist. I've talked to the director of nursing. Activities. I said activist. Okay. And, these people... These people are like on the ball. I am so happy Tracy is here. They are calling me and they wanted to know her background. Is she allergic to anything? No other nursing home called me on this. No other hospital called me. They wanted to know what's Tracy's favorite music. They're turning on the right channel on the TV to listen to Tracy's music. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so happy you guys are so up and above and beyond what the care she's gotten so far. And, they're happy. And, I'm so happy. I went there today and they gave us the admissions packet. Me and Josh signed everything that we needed to sign. And, the lady that from activities turns out to know my son Josh. She was dating one of your friends or something?
Something like that. She's a A longtime friend.
She's a longtime friend. And she called me today. And she's like, do you remember me being over your house? And I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't remember, blah, blah, blah. She goes, yeah, me and Josh, he's got my number, my personal cell number. I used to come over a long time ago, blah, blah, blah. And then I saw your mother, or your wife, and, Josh's mother. And I was like, I had to call you. She's going to go ahead and take care of Tracy for us every day. She said she'll come in and make sure everybody's doing their job. She is going to FaceTime me, or I'm sorry, Skype me every single day and let me talk to Tracy. And, she wanted to know what her improvements are so far. And I'm like, no other hospital has asked that. She goes, well, we want to make everybody happy, and you're part of her recovery. And if you don't realize this, people don't recover unless their family members are there. They recover a lot faster. And I'm like, that makes so much sense. She's like, I just need to know what she has and hasn't done yet. And I gave her this whole list because I've kept a daily log of what Tracy has done. All these baby steps that I've given you guys, updates on. And everybody's, encouraging me. Baby steps are steps in the right direction. And, it's all good. Now, the problem is, if she'd stay stagnant and not get no better for 3 months, then we should start talking about quality of life and what we should do. But not now. She's showing improvement, So, I was so happy that this hospital has taken the initiative. I was on a phone call with the director of nursing while the nutritionist called me. I didn't know it was a nutritionist. I just saw Tracy's hospital's calling. So I joined the two phone calls together, and the lady's like, oh, hi, Brian. I was talking to Big Rich about this. And Brian's like, yeah, hi, Judith. And we're talking about, I need to talk to him about this. And they said hi to each other. And, she got off the phone and I went on with the nutritionist. These people I've had 6 calls today only, about her past and what, she likes, what she's been doing. Does she like to stay? This blew me away. Does she like to stay, in her jammies? Does she like to be in her street clothes? And I tried telling them, I'm like, for 33 years, Tracy never, ever took her bra off. She'd sleep in her bra. She would, even after fooling around, she would not get up and go through that door without putting her bra back on and clothes to go outside to get something to drink out of the bedroom. I mean, that's how Tracy was. And now for the last 3 months, they've got her laying in a gown, just swinging, you know what I'm saying? And if Tracy was awake and aware, she would be mortified. So I told her that. You know what she told me? She goes, you bring me a few bras up and I'll make sure she has a bra on every day and I'll change it daily. I'm like, oh my God, I am so in love with you people. You guys rock. And, no other place has asked these kind of questions. So me and Josh have to go up there tomorrow and drop off her some clothes. And they will keep her in her clothes, her shorts, her t-shirt, and a bra. Instead of laying there in a gown, where it's just, I don't know, that's not Tracy, So I am so happy with this place. And if they keep that up, I'm going to release their name. And this is the place everybody should take their loved ones, because I am so happy. It's brought me to tears how happy I am that they're taking the care to take care of Tracy, And it ain't just the girl that knows Joshy that lives or works there. It's everybody else, too, before that she called. I am so happy that she is there. And, as soon as this lockdown gets over with, I'm going to go in and get the training on the respirator. And she's going to be home with us in our care. And, I'm just very happy. She should have been sent here first. That's all there is to it. Not all nursing homes are bad. This place is amazing. And, that's about all I got to say about Tracy. I'm super happy. I'm super upset, or not upset, but
overjoyed.
Overjoyed, yes. I can't get over how well they're treating her and how much they wanted to know about her. No one else ever asked me if she has allergies. This place called me. Does she have allergies? Does she this? Does she that? What's her favorite, TV show? I tell them, she loves happy ending movies like The Notebook. She'd cry watching The Notebook every time, and she'd watch it over and over. One of her favorite movies was Grease. She loves the soundtrack to Grease. She loves the Bee Gees. She loves Eagles, Hotel California, that kind of stuff. And she's a sucker for a happy ending. Boy meets girl, boy gets girl. They fall in love. They're together. Movie ends. She's right there. She is a sucker for that, So they're going to cater her movies and her TV around what she likes, which is like unbelievably up and above and beyond what any place else has ever done. I am so happy. But now that you guys got me thoroughly crying.
Well, should we start some super chats?
Yeah.
So with that being said, you guys
before
heard
we
some
start,
good news about my mom. We can go ahead and get back to the Stay Fishy Friday stream and jump into some questions.
It's Friday night. You guys, I know a lot of you guys out there and drink. Oh, I'm covering you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so we have our keyword for tonight.
I'm getting to that. A lot of you people that follow us like to drink with us and have fun on Fridays. And our keyword tonight is tank. T-A-N-K.
Like a fish tank.
Yes.
Like the tank behind us.
If we say fish tank or tank, you must consume. All of our preacher friends, our police friends, if you're not into consumption of alcohol, that's fine. Hang out with us and just, every Friday night's a fun time. We'd love to have you here. All right, Josh.
Crack a 7-Up or a root beer. So first super chat we got is Angie Bonza for $10. She just sent a pear superhero emoji.
Aw, thank you.
And
that's awesome.
The next is for it looks like £2 from Elizabeth Duffield. Stay Fishy Friday from the UK. # Team Tracy.
Aw, Team Tracy all the way. Thank you so much. That's awesome of you. I appreciate that.
Then we have Jeff Beatty for $5 saying, "Hi guys,
Hi,
Josh,
Jeff.
your Browns did well yesterday on the first day of the NFL draft."
Wait. Our Browns did well.
So we're not going to read into the draft until we see what they do in, the regular season. We've always seen them. Oh, we did great this year. We made some good trades. We've done this.
It's
We've
always
done that.
get your hopes up, get your hopes up, get your hopes up, let you down. So, we don't want to read into
Hey, you guys
Last
got new
year,
jerseys,
we were
though.
supposed to be amazing. And we didn't do half bad, but we could have done
weren't
better.
amazing.
And for those of you who are wondering, that puke green nasty bird on my jacket the other day, that's only because that's a work jacket, and I'd rather not get my
stop
buttons dirty.
Stop it. It was the Eagles jacket, and
I didn't mention a name.
he likes it. Don't let him kid you. He likes it. He
warm.
wears it all the time.
It's my work jacket.
See, I live away about an hour from Fargo, and everybody's there a Wentz fan, but it's hard to be a Wentz fan after like 3 seasons of injuries.
How about 40? Okay, 40 years of just disappointment. We're talking the Browns, son.
The factory of sadness.
The factory
of sadness.
We're still fans.
All right,
we live here, but it's hard to get completely involved. You know what I'm saying?
We got more super chats flooding in here. So
Okay.
SC Aquatics for $20. Thanks for a fun
Steven.
weekend, guys.
What do you say?
By the way, don't drink all my beer, Josh. Tank.
Hey, you left it here. I'm just saying. Steven, thank you, brother. You're a great asset to OFR. We appreciate everything you've done. And if your beer is gone by the time you come back up, I will buy you more.
There you go. Chad Blocklinger sent
What's up,
$20.
Chad?
Probably not the same as Tracy's. I'd like happy endings at massage parlor. Excuse me.
Stop it. Definitely
All
not
right.
the same as Tracy's.
Quincy Estep for $50 to help with fish food.
Nice.
Thank you
That
so
is
much.
So nice of you.
Quincy
Oh my
is
God.
always the man, coming in hot with the fish food every week, and we do
Quincy,
appreciate you, Quincy.
We love you, brother. That's just awesome. Just thank you so much. I so appreciate it. I mean,
You know what? I think we should actually do a feeding video in honor of Quincy.
Good job.
Absolutely.
Good choice.
There's actually 2 people who donate money for fish food like on a consistent basis every week. We should do a video for both of them.
Well, I'm
spaced
done
out.
with my videos this week, so this is on you, buddy.
So I've got my videos, all right.
But no, do a
it's-
feeding
it's-
video for Quincy. And who's the other one?
We can do that. Well, you might see if he's on the night.
Okay.
But as soon as his name pops up, I will surely let you know.
Alrighty. Thank you, Quincy. I appreciate
Excellent.
it. We're going to do a
Next one
feeding
is
video just for you.
Next one is Michigan Tropicals for $10. The front of the rescue looks good, guys. Pumpkin did work.
No, that's you, buddy. That's you. That's Pumpkin
Oh,
boy.
Hey, Slim Rich.
You know, if I show you these videos I have of him when he was young, he was so just adorable.
Wasn't me.
He's like, Daddy.
Nope. We're going to
Daddy.
go ahead and mute this mic.
Did you actually hit something up there?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
mute
He was
it.
so
No,
cute.
if you tell the story, I'm muting the
I'm
mic.
not telling the story. He was so cute, so adorable. He was my little pumpkin boy. Not pumpkin, pumpkin. He was my little pumpkin boy. And I just had to hug him all the time. He was so adorable, so sweet, you know. And even now, as a full-grown man, and, you know, he's got a job and he's working for the city and all that, he still helps me out tremendously around here. It's amazing. He's still my little pumpkin boy.
In the idea of saving Josh here, we have more super chats. Tim Childs put in $2 just because.
Well, thank you. Just because. We appreciate it.
And Derek Sum, another $2. How do I get my girlfriend to stay fishy?
Do you really want me to answer that?
You stop it.
That's a private message on our
Tracy
Facebook
didn't
forum, guys.
Tracy didn't like anything that I was doing. You know, this whole rescue. She didn't see no future in it. She didn't like it until I got her own tank and I gave her some koi, some long fin koi. And she was like, oh my God, they're beautiful. They're just beautiful. We need a bigger tank. So I gave her a bigger tank. Now she's like, oh my God, I have more. We need a bigger tank. And I'm like, no problem, honey. I got you. Let's get a little pool. Let's do this. And we're going to keep getting koi for you. And she was so in love with these koi. And you know what? It just fell. She didn't even care what I was doing no more. She just is looking forward to her next bigger tank and more koi. Get your girlfriend a fish that she loves and get her own tank and then upgrade it. I'm telling you, she will catch the virus. The virus is viral. Everybody catches this virus. I want bigger. I want more. I want more fish. I want bigger tanks. Let
Are you
her.
used to hearing that?
You stop that. Don't listen to him. You get her a beautiful fish that she loves. Mostly women love the long flowing fin. So get her like a long finned Oscar. Get her a butterfly koi, something like that, and let her fall in love with it, and then build her up. And she won't care what you do. You can sell the 55 gallon and buy a 75 gallon. You can sell the 75 gallon, buy a 125 gallon. She don't care as long as she's getting bigger and more fish for her. Trust me on this.
So wait, I believe you said tank
See, that's
a
what
couple
we need to,
times.
we
in
need to
there.
have commercials.
Did I say tank?
Yeah.
No, you just
did.
said tank.
You did.
No, Rob said tank.
Oh, so that's 5 times. 5 times for tank,
Easy.
guys.
6.
See, we need some commercials. Like, he went to Jared and said he went to the fish store.
Right?
All right, so SC Aquatics put in 2 super chats, both $2, saying it's pumpkin.
Pumpkin. That's right, Steven. It's pumpkin. He my little.
I think we started a new trend.
Boy. Aw, my little pumpkin boy.
Oh wait, we have more super chats. Iron Shields at $10 or 10 pounds. I never
It's
know that
Ian.
logo. I gotta
Ian,
Google
not
that logo.
Ian.
Ian Shields.
Not Ian.
That's Ian.
All
Have
right.
you ever heard anyone called Ian? But you've heard of people called Ian.
It's
Come
Ian
on now.
Shields.
That-
He put
that
in
is
$10
fair.
super chat. Thank you very much. It is
Thank you, Ian.
muchly
Appreciate it, brother.
And I will correct every name he mispronounced.
Please.
If I can correct it.
Hey, I'm still waiting for Von Yinzer to pop in tonight. So
He got it.
I did.
You finally got his name
All
right. And you know what? These people put their names in and then you pronounce it because you're trying to do correct grammar and, oh, that's an I-O-N. That's Ian. No. You got to go with say it in your mind 3 times and then correct it yourself. Come up with
Boom.
the right name, what you've heard before.
I also want to say a big thank you to everyone who went and signed up for our Patreon last week.
That was
we got
awesome.
a bunch of new Patreons on there.
What are we up to? $4.85 a month or something?
Something like that. So
that's amazing, guys. Thank you so much.
Every dollar counts, and I just wanted to say, for those of you that did join in, a big thank you, because it does help. It helps with fish food, medicine, utilities.
Well,
whatever.
on the $2,000 a month, we never included medicine, but the fish food was about $600, $650 a month, and now that $450 of that is being covered, we can afford more medicine and better medicines and blah blah blah, stuff like that. So when, if ever it gets up to around $2,000 a month, we can afford backgrounds and fake plants and real plants and all that kind of stuff. Stuff that we deem right now not necessities.
Fish care.
Right. Necessities are fish care. They need a tank. They need a space.
Care,
essential care.
Call it.
It's called essential care. So, but as for the goodness of a fish life, yes, in a 3,000 gallon tank, it would be better if they had a big, huge driftwood log in there and some fake plants or real plants, whatever. But the problem is we don't have the money for that. We spend all of our money on the care of the fish, the heat, the electric, the gas, the water, the sewer, the feeding. And that comes out over $2,000 a month. Probably, I think it was like $2,400 a month. So that $450 from Patreon is really helping us out. Thank you guys all for joining that. At $1 a month,
Absolutely.
we have 80,000 people on YouTube following us. If only 10% of that would contribute $1 a month, which don't hurt nobody, we'd have $8,000 a month. At that point, it's covering all of our costs. And we have extra to spend on, let's buy some universal backgrounds, fake rock for the background. Let's get some logs in there. We can go to the pond store and buy live plants. And, if the fish eat them, let's let them keep growing and try and overcome. And let the fish eat a little bit and the plants overgrow it.
But I think at that time we'd start doing community projects too, to get more people involved. And community events.
And also helping more people. People with broken fish tanks and stuff like that. We do offer to replace them, but a lot of times somebody calls with a 125 gallon tank and we don't have that on hand. We have to take their fish. But somebody calls with a 55 gallon tank that broke. Would you rather keep your fish if you could afford a new tank? Well, yes, of course. Well, how about we take your broken tank and we bring out a good tank that is full, holds water, and we put your fish in there. We can take your tank that leaks and give it to somebody in a reptile situation. And it's a win-win-win.
Patreon, we're getting behind.
Okay, go ahead.
We have a flood of super chats. Let's catch up. So Michigan Tropical, $2. New drinking word, pumpkin.
Maybe next week if I allow it.
Next one is Aaron Cazzoli for $20. We get emotional with Big Rich every Friday. My family appreciates the weekly updates on Tracy. We have been watching from day one with Tracy in the videos and miss her being in them. Much love from my family to yours.
Thank you so much. Well, my biggest thing is I try not talking about Tracy. Let's not think about it. Let's not talk about it. I deal with it every morning from like 8 o'clock until 12 o'clock on the phone with, different representatives and all this crazy stuff. But, in our daily talks, let's not bring up Tracy because it brings me to tears. Let's just work. Let's get this work done. And on the pretense that when Tracy comes home, she's going to be amazed at what we've done. In her mind, when she wakes up, it's going to be yesterday. What happened, what's going on? I just went to sleep yesterday. No, baby, it's been 3 months. We renovated your front pond for you. We painted the back deck. We got rid of all the stuff around the pool. We a new pond coming in. On May 13th. Greg Woodstock will be here. I'm just, we're working our butt off to make this place so much better. And then me and Josh also learned to do the laundry, the
I
dishes.
swear, the first word she says when she wakes up is going to be, "Oh my God, Slim Rich."
I've lost 72 pounds. So we're trying at every different offense to help, when she comes home. I don't care that, I've heard many stories about how somebody wakes up out of a coma. It's going to take a year of speech therapy, walking, physical therapy and all that. I don't care about all that. She can show up and be barely able to talk, That's okay with me. That's a big jump up from where she was, and it's only going to be a matter of time. She's learning to reconnect her brain cells to her brainstem, and she's doing good. I'm happy with that. I'm willing to wait it out. I'm willing to help her. Physical therapy, all that. She is going to come home. That's all there is to it. I demand this. And she has been with me for 33 years, working through the hard life. Now that it's starting to get easier and our children are going to have grandkids soon.
I don't know about that
I'm
one.
just saying, she deserves to be here and see the grandkids and enjoy them. Because I'm the type of guy, I'll take a riding lawnmower and 7 wagons and I'll ride them around the house and as a train,
Hey, before the grandkids, we need to get the super chats done though. We're getting flooded.
Finish them.
All
I
right,
told you,
AZ
just
Fish
interrupt
Room.
me.
$5. My wife wanted axolotls once I built my fish room.
I think you should get her axolotls now.
Yes, that's what you need.
They're cold water fish, and they don't need heaters and stuff like that. If you get her what she loves, she'll be happy. You can do more with your fish room.
Exactly. Start her now. She'll be more prone to giving you what you want when you want to build your fish room. And say,
there you go.
Baby, we're going to have this big old axolotl tank just for you right here.
Just for you. All right, next one's Kathy Murphy for $14 Canadian.
Thank you, Kathy.
This one's just for our pumpkin.
Aw.
It's taking off
give
now.
My pumpkin boy a hug. Aw. Thank you, Kathy.
Crazy Cichlid sent $10. Looks like in pounds. Big shout out to Stefan, North Dakota, or at least Stefan ND, Julie from Northern Ireland.
Stefan and Julie from Northern Ireland.
I was going to say that's
Ireland.
not North Dakota. Hashtag Team Tracy, stay fishy. Love you guys. Can we get a shout out, please? We are constant watchers and the first time donating.
Sure. Let me read this because, I got 2 different stories here.
Crazy Cichlids, Stephen and Julie from Northern Ireland.
There's your shout out. Thank you so much. Hey, keep following, keep doing what you're doing. We're happy with everybody that is inspired by what we do. And if you can help out your neighbors, your family, your friends, help them out. The best thing I could get is a story that you guys helped out somebody down the road that has fish and couldn't keep them, and you took them in, and maybe you gave them back to them after they got a bigger tank or something. Whatever the story is, please follow our lead and do what we do. We love that. That's so awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, next chat. I'm just trying to get caught up here. My screen flipped is Audrey
so nice. He thinks
Sampson.
he should be nice and then not interrupt us. Robbz, interrupt us to stop us from talking.
I have an ear issue. Every time I try to interrupt, it just kind of mutes myself. I need to upgrade my green headphones. So Audrey Sampson sent $20 to feed the Phoenix Barbs for the week. Glad to see Tracy is doing well. Also, tank to tank tank.
That's 4 tanks.
That's 4 tanks.
Wait. What did you say, Rob?
Tank to tank tank.
That's 3 more.
You got to wrap it. Let's say I have some fun.
You know what? I'm so happy to drink with everybody around the United States every Friday night. It's so fun drinking with you guys. I wish I could have alcohol in here. I just, at any time they could call me and say I'm allowed to visit. So I just can't drink because I need to be able to drive. I need to be able to be on the ball the next day. So I feel like I'm letting Tracy down if I do. What do you call that? partake and have fun, which I'm a fun drunk. I really am. I get drunk and everybody has fun. But I wake up with the worst hangover the next day. I'm old now. Not like I used to be, you know. So, but I still love drinking moderately and responsibly. Go ahead.
SE Aquatics is $4.99. You can tell her there's a grandkid on the way, question mark, Grand Pumpkins.
Is there Grand Pumpkins on the way, buddy? Is there? Is there?
No, there's not.
Damn it.
Jeff Beatty put $5 to add on to it. Says, how about selling some hashtag Team Pumpkin gear?
Absolutely not.
No. That's a good idea. I should add some Team Pumpkin gear.
Then we're going to go ahead and do
There you
some
go.
Slim Rich gear.
That's fine with me. You know what? I've thought about that many times. We need to sell an OFR shirt that on the back, it has, you know, hair down the whole back, like so. You know, the whole picture of the hair down the back. So anybody can wear Big Rich's hair.
Right.
On the
whole
t-shirt.
rig
I think
combo.
that would be awesome.
And it has to smell like Pantene.
Has to.
This was really...
That's a definition.
Smell that. This is so good.
I'm cool.
Go smell it.
I don't
All right, there's
just
different
got
hair.
out of
I'm
the
going to
shower.
I don't
Super
want to
Chats,
smell
man.
your hair.
No.
You know?
All right, to save the awkward moment, Their World Aquatics sent $20. Awesome
What's up,
video
Joe?
this morning, Robbz. Very cool. How is that unfolding for that rescue? Can't wait to see part 2. We're working 7 days a week over here, prepping to house saltwater fish and getting closer in the quarantine system. Well, thank you. And next week, we're going to be doing that rescue. So we'll do another video after the rescue. And we'll have time to edit it. But
one a week, one every 2 weeks, you'll have part 1, part 2, part 3.
that's our goal. But we'll see how it all comes out.
See how
but
it comes out. And
we're
Joe
actually
from Their
prepping.
World Aquatics, thank
Sounds
you
like
very much, brother.
He needs to do some catching up over there. He's had that 1,000-gallon sitting.
Right?
We
Like
sold him
12
that,
years.
We sold him that stand. Well, here's a story on it. We had a stand for our 4,000-gallon tank that we sold to him, and he traded for this tank. And that tank's been sitting in his house.
How many years?
I want to say 2 or 3. Okay. And it's been sitting. He's been talking about it, and finally, it took him 7-8 years to get his 720 up online. Now it's going. Now he's full blown. I want to do the saltwater rescue, and now he's finally making progress on this 1,000-gallon tank.
You know what his problem was? He spent his money on cars. He's got a brand new, what is it?
Dodge Demon.
Dodge Demon. I think 70, 80 grand or something.
160?
160?
Something like that.
This thing's 850 horsepower, you know, twin turbocharged. This car is badass. But he bought it brand new and had
Could have
them
been spent on
upgraded.
fish, Joe.
Could have been spent on fish. That's what I'm saying. Nobody needs a $160,000 car.
So to answer the question how it's unfolding, we're actually collecting a bunch of foam coolers. We've been ordering fish in for years. My co-host Jim Colby, so he is collecting a bunch of
he's
foam
the,
coolers. We can't do anything
announcer
with them
guy.
anyway. Yeah, he's my co-host on the podcast, and he's bringing and filling my garage with foam coolers so we can make sure that they're insulated on the travel back, because it's going to be 16, 17 hours back to West Virginia.
Wow. That's one
Yep,
heck
brr.
of a drive. And I drive all over the United
As
States.
long as they're packed with pure oxygen, you'll be great.
Pure oxygen.
They can last a week in pure oxygen. So, and they're all smaller fish, so you're good to go. You know.
Right. So Sadie B sent 5 pounds. Thanks, Sadie.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Sadie.
And there's been a chat here. I have to find it. He's asked it now 3 times. I gotta get the chat in for him. He was asking about red berry piranha. So Tom Talker 2000. I had to take a break for a second. So I was asking about red belly piranhas, if they're okay to mix with other fish, and have you kept snakeheads? Your thoughts?
I would not keep red belly piranhas with any other fish, because at any time they could snap and they could, take a chunk
No,
out.
that's what kills me. People say, "Oh, I've had mine with my community tank for 6 months." You know what? It's a matter of time. They're going to chew or eat up somebody.
Or fin nip, something.
No, they won't just fin nip. They'll fin nip, then they'll drive by again and fin nip some more. They'll drive by again and fin nip some more. This fish will be dead by morning. Trust me. Do not put your red-bellied piranhas in with any other fish
Don't put
other than
any
piranhas.
in there.
We've had piranhas eat piranhas.
Yeah, and don't mix piranha species with other piranha species. It's
Right.
just not going to have a good
We've
time.
had red-bellied piranhas show up here with a you see my hand right here? And this is about a, 2.5-inch hole on the side of the fish where his tank mates ate all of his meat away and there was just bones showing. And we actually saved this fish's life. And I think Teresa Holmes has him now. We gave him to her. We saved his life. But piranhas do eat other fish. That's all there is to it. I don't care what fables or stories you hear anywhere. They will eat their tank mates. And if you starve them enough, they will eat each other.
Second part of that question is, have you had snakeheads?
As far as the snakeheads, we have had snakeheads in the past when they were legal. After the ban, we have not had snakeheads. They are completely 100% illegal, and you are not allowed to have them.
So
now, if you want to go find some, go to Brownsville, Florida.
We live our lives in the face of the public. Every day there's videos of our place. People come here and take videos. Internet celebrities take videos. And we are in the public eye every day. We cannot have illegal fish here.
And we also give our viewers advice. And we would not do something that we would not tell our viewers and our followers to do. So if we're doing something bad, we're not doing something bad, but we wouldn't do something bad to tell you guys to do something bad as well. We do what we do to the best of our abilities for the care of our fish that we have, and we try and pass that knowledge along to you
all
guys.
Our friends. Now, see, we have a buddy that had a huge fish. It was a albino European wels, and it was legal. It got 6 foot in his 1,000-gallon tank, and then all of a sudden, the Department of Agriculture deemed it as illegal, and you can't have these fish. Well, this other guy turned him in. And I might as well say his name.
Don't do it.
Well, he was an idiot, and he turned him in, and they went straight to his work. Now, we didn't know where Russ worked. We were there once, but I don't remember the place, and blah, blah, blah. They went to Russ's work, grabbed him up.
Stop saying names.
I didn't say last name. They went to his house and knew to go right downstairs to his fish room because of this other person turning him in. They actually took this 6 foot albino wels out of his house. And I feel so bad because he raised this thing from, 12 inches. And it was like, how many years old?
4 or 5, something like that.
4 or 5 years he's had this fish. And, everybody loved this fish. You could come over and feed him. He was huge. His head was like this big around. Albino, red eyes. What was he, about 5 foot long? 6 foot?
Well, you just said 6.
6 foot long. He was a huge fish. He was beautiful. And then the Ohio Department of Agriculture took him from him. You know what they do to him.
Not what they say they're going to do. But moving on.
They don't go to happier places. We'll leave it at that. But
right.
Just wanted to chat. I see a couple of people that messaging that we're not reading other questions. We only have an hour to do this. We can only take so many questions, so we're reading the people that donate first, and we go to ones we can. So we do our best with the time allotted.
And here's the thing: you've got me and Josh. We used to do the questions. Josh used to do the super chats. People pay to be heard or get their shout out. Now we have Robbz reading off all the super chats so that they get read. If there's time in between, we try and do as many, questions as we can. And I'm sorry, it's just the way the timeline makes it. We're not trying to make money and just do super chats. We're
there's just too many people to answer all the questions all night.
Yes, I'm sorry.
So, to get caught back up with the super chats, Western Mass Fisherman sent $2. You guys are awesome. Love the aquarium life.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
It's very addicting.
It is addicting. It is a virus.
Gotta be like Greg Wittstock. Be like, live that lifestyle.
I love my job.
I love my job. All right. Next one is from Aaron Beck. He sent $20. shout out to Dabby. For those that didn't watch the video today, Dabby is the gentleman in West Virginia that's going to be rescuing those fish from Andrew Henderson in Minnesota. He's driving this whole way. He deserves a hearty shout out. His full name is Justin Templeton. He's an excellent man, and he's doing this. He's completely paying all the costs. He's renting a trailer. He's coming up, and we're helping him out, and he's doing this for not a penny.
He built his whole fish room with all these empty tanks and inquired the cost of that, and he's driving all the way from Kentucky to
West Virginia.
Minnesota. West Virginia? No.
Yeah, West Virginia.
Okay.
You're all confused.
Well, I told him I had somebody that had a West Virginia thing, and he's like, no, that's Kentucky. So I'm confused now because JP Merlot has the West Virginia.
No, he's got the Kentucky.
Damn it. So, anyways, but he's that's a 14-hour drive. He's incurring the cost to drive up and save these fish for this guy that can't handle them right now, and he's going to bring them home to his place, another 14-hour drive, and take care of them until this guy is ready to have them back, and then he's going to give them back no charge. I mean, that is up and above the Call of Duty. I love this story. That's why I put it as our video today. That's just amazing, and it falls under everything that OFR stands for. Help your fellow fish keeper. Help out any way you can, and you live that life. Somebody will help you too.
So I see a comment here that caught my eye.
What's
that?
He
said, "Slim Rich, are you a fan of Top Gun or what?"
Oh, come on. Is it the shades? Is that what it is?
Darn right. Hey, those aviators are classic.
Without a doubt. All right, let's go ahead and get some more fishy questions in here.
Wait. I like this one here from Andy M. No illegal fish in the OFR, but that shirt Josh is wearing should be illegal.
Quit hating.
They don't like the mustard, man.
Shirt?
I like it.
I feel like a superhero. Watch. Dun, dun, dun. OFR.
Here's one from AZ Fish Room. I have 8 piranha, and I always keep 2 minnows with them. They ate 1 minnow, then the smallest piranha.
What did I just say?
You can't trust them, man. They're just unpredictable.
If you kept them fed and full of food, they wouldn't eat any other fish. But the problem is, you feed them 6 hours later, they're hungry. They eat the easiest fish they can get, and then they pack up on them, and that fish dies. You come out in the morning, and you're one of your glorified fish is dead. It's not worth it. Don't keep piranha with anything else. Keep them together, and then keep them fed. That's all there is to it.
So here's one. I think my gourami has eaten a snail or something. He is almost as thick as he is long and hasn't pooped in 3 to 4 days. Don't know what to do. Peas won't work since he doesn't eat.
Okay,
that's a rough one.
Is a myth. I keep hearing people saying use peas. But you know what?
Yeah, no.
You de-shell a pea and the fish ain't eating, it's not going to help. If they were eating, it does help because it is a diuretic. But you know what works better? In every case, Epsom salt. Look it up on the internet. You can put Epsom salt in there. It is a diuretic, and they will pass. Like if you have air bladder problems, if you have impaction problems, use Epsom salt. They will pass it through, and then they'll be healthy again. Epsom salts we use all the time. That works. Forget peas. Don't even listen to people that say peas. It's not worth it.
That, and when you're in these situations, they're stressed out anyway, and they could use that salt treatment just for their electrolytes and making sure the fish coat stays healthy. Well, so it's a double whammy.
Salt. Regular salt will make them more buoyant and take off the stress, but Epsom salts ain't like that. Epsom salts is a diuretic, and it will pass everything through them, and they will just start, it's evacuating their bowels. So follow the directions on the internet. Look up Epsom salts for fish treatment. Follow the directions. It's anytime you think you need peas, do Epsom salt. Forget the peas. The peas is useless.
So I got my man K Stu in Minnesota sending $20, saying, "Big
Thank
Rich
you.
and Josh, you're amazing. Tracy will recover and be home soon. Love
Yes,
you
she
guys."
will.
Well, you're amazing, bud. Just
Thank
want to
you.
say that. Thank you.
Their World Aquatic sent in $5. Says, "Come on, man, title for title, Mr. Camaro that sits in the garage. LOL."
Do you like the race?
Oh, title? Dude, you got no chance. Seriously. Let's do a quarter mile because your car, twin supercharged, twin turbo, car, you're going to have to build up some boost, all that kind of stuff. I've got a supercharger. I've got a 540 cubic inch engine. And we're talking with the 1,000 horse of nitrous and the alcohol injector, I'm putting out about 2,100 horse. Instantly. You have to build boost. And if you do build boost and you do keep with your street tires, I'll be long gone, brother. So you want to go title for title? I'm ready. I would love to drive your car around town. That's awesome.
But hey, his car does have more miles on it than your pretty little purple plum in the garage. So just saying.
Hey, okay, let's talk real talk here. I have a smart car that's waiting to smoke some tires. All right, to get on my level.
If me and you stood in front of this smart car and somebody, like, I don't know, our buddy Matt from Matt's Monster Fish picked up on the rear bumper, his smart car could then smoke the tires.
Darn right. And you just drop it quick and a little smoke will come up. It's a 3-cylinder, works on bubble gum, can confirm.
That's awesome.
So any pointers on raising angelfish fry?
Well, we have a tank from...
Have you guys raised them?
Well, yeah, no. We have a tank. It's a 90-gallon?
Yes.
For angels. And it came from this sweet old lady. She was so nice. She was crying when I showed up there. She was giving me her tank and her angels. She couldn't take care of no more. And I told her, I was like, you know what? You are so sweet. You are so nice. I'm going to go ahead and take this tank and put it at the rescue. And I'm going to set your fish back up in your tank. And that was a 75-gallon. Since then, I've upgraded it to a 90-gallon. And now her fish are in a 90-gallon. And I feed them daily. And, I was like, anytime you want to call, anytime you want to come over and visit, come see your fish. And I that's the least I could do for you. Well, she's passed since then. And, I still have her tank. I don't know why that's breaking me up so much, but she was such a sweetheart. Must have meant a lot to
you, man.
She was such a sweetheart, and we have her tank, and they have had eggs. But the problem is the other angels eat the eggs. So we haven't had fry yet. But if they did have fry, we would raise them. But it's still set up the way she had it set up, and that's all there is to it.
So I've raised a bunch of fry, and Jim, my co-host, he's a angelfish expert. He used to farm them quite a bit.
Okay.
And the best thing is if you have eggs, make sure that one, you're fizzing them, meaning you're putting a lot of bubbles underneath. And
we had that cone. It was a ceramic cone. It got smaller as it got taller, and they laid it all against there. And I was letting nature take its course.
You try to grab whatever object it's on, put bubbles underneath them. I always put them in an independent container, like a giant pickle jar, and use methylene blue because egg fungus is really prevalent
that's
on,
a big problem.
on angelfish eggs.
Yeah.
But if you have the fry already or regulars hatched, start with baby brine shrimp. You feed if you can twice a day, and you'd be surprised how fast they grow.
Self-hatched brine shrimp, awesome.
Absolutely. But next one's Michigan Tropicals for $10. Taylor, my wife, made me send you some more money. LOL.
Thank you, Taylor. We love you, Taylor.
It's awesome.
You guys will remember Michigan Tropicals. That it's Michael Urbeck. He's the guy that made the OFR neon signs. You remember him? He sells those signs for $40 a piece now. They're clear acrylic, and they say whatever you want on them. And then they have a LED that when you turn it on, it lights up everything that he's inscribed. So if your thing is, say, give me a name of a fish store.
Ohio Fish Rescue.
If it says Ohio Fish Rescue, I would never have thought of that. If it says Ohio Fish Rescue and you turn this little LED on, that lights up, but the rest of the glass don't. It's beautiful. It's awesome. and $40 a piece. They're just crazy. It's beautiful.
So I see a couple different questions in here. One of them I've seen is people are trying to find my YouTube channel to subscribe to. I am not a fish tuber. That's why I'm trying to help out Ohio Fish Rescue when there's a rescue that comes up. I am a podcaster. Go to aquariumguyspodcast.com.
There
You can find it on any podcast platform, on iTunes. You can subscribe there. We're an audio platform. We'll do YouTubes eventually, but until then, I get to help help these people out. You know what I mean?
A lot of celebrities that goes on his podcast. Greg Woodstock has been there. Ohio Fish Rescue has been there. The guy from Chicago Stingrays has been there. I mean, he gets Chris Biggs has been there. He gets a lot of internet celebrities on his podcast, and you know what? It's a plethora of knowledge and information.
I've been lucky enough to have everybody from internet celebrities to other fish tubers, multi PhD experts in their field.
Right.
It's been a fun ride. Yeah. I've had Jim Kitchen. I even had this last week a Chicago Stingrays on. Actually, just released this yesterday. So
Chicago Stingrays actually took a stingray and sold it, and it raised $750 towards Tracy's medical bills. Chicago Stingrays rocks. I don't even know the guys personally. They did this on their own, and now you have them on your podcast. I mean, that's just amazing that people that I don't even know are raising money to help Tracy or help me pay for Tracy's bills. That's just amazing. I love Chicago Stingrays. They rock.
Wonderful.
They have
so next one's Michigan.
Too.
They really, really do. Michigan Tropical sent another $2. Says 2 drops of methylene blue in a 1-gallon jar with eggs. I can't agree more. I always try to get those giant pickle jars. It's about a gallon. All right. Well, we heard from him before we're done. We got the Von Windsor.
He's here.
Way late for the fishy fun. # Team Tracy.
How you doing, buddy?
We were talking about you earlier, bud.
Yep. My buddy Robbz up here was talking specifically about you earlier.
Absolutely.
All right,
we are on the last minute.
Fishy question.
Let's see here.
Oh.
I got to pick a last one here, otherwise someone can throw in a super chat. First 2 days use Hikari bites, then baby brine. I've only had luck with baby brine. Hikari bites don't move, and a lot of times the angelfish need to see movement when they're that young.
A completely floating type thing.
It's just powder. Very fine powder.
Right. Yeah, I didn't have luck with that either.
And some of the more albino species have a lot of issues when they're young. When they're real young, they're blind. So you have to put a light against the baby brine, and they have to see the movement. So they won't even hit that powder for some of the opaque species.
Yep.
So with that being said, I've got one last question I want to talk about, and it's from one of our mods, and they said tank. So
wait, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. What?
tank.
8 people.
No, you gotta rhyme it. Tank.
So with that
12.
So with that being said, we are going to sign off here for tonight with
no, I'm having too much fun. If you want to sign off, just go ahead and walk off, son.
You never want to.
But Dad, no, we gotta get that mullet back to work.
I'm having fun. I'll stay here for another hour. I'm fine.
Well, for the rest of us, we're gonna bounce.
You're gonna bounce, really?
Don't worry. Well, I'll leave it.
My fans, I love you, and I'll stay and talk to you guys. At least another half hour.
You're crazy.
What kind of questions you got?
I don't know. I've got plans that I've got to stick to. So.
Well, then here, get the questions up on my phone, and I'll start answering.
They're on your computer.
Whoa. Michigan Tropicals for $5 while you guys are deciding what to do. I can send you guys a rearing kit with a jar.
Go. I will see you guys later.
Bye, Joshy. Bye, Pumpkin Boy.
Bye, Josh.
You need me to
Oh!
No.
Okay. I didn't get the hard pick on him.
Adele says, but Dad.
But Dad.
Okay. Drunk and bottle is empty. See you later and blah, blah, blah. Okay. Maggie
So,
May
yeah, I
says,
went through a
thanks,
bunch of
Rich.
these.
See you guys, and our thoughts and prayers over here in the UK. Much love from Distortion Bristol. Thank you, brother. See, we're reading things that ain't
this is the best
super
one.
chat.
This is the best one right here. Josh needs to organize some grandkids.
He does. He so does.
That's why he left.
I bought a sandbox and a play set for the backyard 9 years ago. I just gave the sandbox away to somebody else who has a kid, and he loves his new sandbox. It's just wasting away, getting hard and brittle in the sunlight, sitting in my backyard.
Right.
So.
Oh, AZ Fish Room, $20. Hey, thanks, Rich.
Oh, no problem, AZ. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Here's the next question. Okay, so I want to know how the plants in the tanks are doing.
Oh my God, the plants in the front tank, the 150, are amazing. I keep cutting out plants as they grow too tall and putting them in other tanks. We have a 110 in the fish room that is doing okay. They're not growing that well. But the angel tank, that sweet old lady I was telling you about, we put them in there and they keep growing so much that I can cut them out of there, and now I'm putting them into a black tub under a light on our river system, and we just keep filling that thing up with more and more plants, and they keep growing out there. So yeah, plants are great. The problem is I can't put plants in with fish that eat the plants in our main system. Like in the 58,000 gallon pool, there is a giant gourami and a turtle, and they just decimate all plants. So I can't put live plants in there. Lucas Bretz came out here, brought a garbage bag full, planted them all. Next day they were all gone. So we're doing select tanks on fish that won't bother them, and that's how we're doing. Cindy Brandon says, your wife losing 10 pounds in 9 days is ridiculous. Someone's not doing their job. Exactly. Me and the doctors at Cleveland Clinic decided that they did not feed her at all through her feeding tube in that 9 days. There's no other possibility. She was 101 pounds for 2 months before that. She goes to their place for 2 weeks. She loses 10 pounds, and then she goes to the hospital and she gains it all back. Somebody dropped the ball. Somebody didn't feed her. That's all there is to it. What are you doing?
There we go.
Robbz?
I moved it so I can be your co-host here. See,
okay.
gotta have fun, right? When
Robbz.
you can. See, people are talking to me now.
Well,
they do love me.
You closed down my live stream here. Let me take the mouse.
You'll have to open it back up.
There you go.
Well, you do that. Next question is, yes, there's a lot of difference between podcasts than internet radio and podcasts on YouTube, Ohio Fish Rescue, as well as mainstream radio. Yeah, mine is it's not like a radio segment. It's literally a downloadable like Joe Rogan podcast where you can consume like an hour and a half of deep dives and fun.
Hey, we're consuming an hour, and I'm already going overboard. Josh is gone. I'm going for the next half hour. That's an hour and a half of information and fun. And Friday night drinking.
What's another question here I can grab from you guys? Let's see. Can we order those Big Rich Carol Baskin t-shirts yet?
Well, the whole thing with that is, Josh said if we do a GoFundMe and it reaches $1,000, he'd dress up as, Joe Exotic. And I was like, screw that. If you guys bring $1,000 in, I'll dress up as Carol Baskins on a bicycle and talk the talk, And nobody jumped on that bandwagon. I would have been paying money to see that. So nobody jumped on that bandwagon. There was no interest in it, and it just kind of fell to the background. Oh, Adele Parkinson says, tank, 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 tank. There's 5 more, brothers.
Yay, Big Rich just made my night for staying. You're getting talked to, man.
I love my people. You guys rock. You're part of my family. I love you all. You're my family. And you know what? The amount of love Tracy has gotten since this whole thing has happened has opened up my heart to you people. I love you all. You're my family, and I will do anything to help any one of you people. I of course I'll stay, longer. No problem.
Let's see here. What's the meanest fish you've ever had?
The black devil cat we have right now. He is in a tank by himself because he tries killing anything he's with. So we
That's
have
right. I
him with
keep forgetting you guys have one of those.
Well, it's because we don't show him much, but he is in a 90-gallon tank by himself. He's about, I don't know, 15 inches. And
Whoa. Can I sponsor that tank?
Sure. That's the most
I want
expensive
the mean tank.
He goes after my hand when I try and clean the algae off the front. You know, I have to do it with a rod and stuff. He's
Look,
very
it tastes like
mean.
Pantene. I mean, he can't help it. You know, he's jumping right on that.
Big Rich, do you eat fish or seafood? No, I do not. I always thought the seafood craze that's going around the world. People are eating crab. People are eating, what's the other one? Lobster, and they think it's just delicious. You know, I see that as the cockroaches of the sea. They're scavengers. They eat whatever junk or deadness falls to the ground,
Same.
and they eat it. I just can't do it. I would never. And then, you know, big fish. People go out walleye fishing, you know, perch fishing. If I see something, my dad did this to me. I was young, and we had a cow, and her name was Betty. And then all of a sudden, Betty disappeared. And we're eating dinner. And Dad tells me that this is Betty. And I threw it down. It tasted great up till then. I threw it down and I left the table. I will never eat nothing that I have seen live before. You know what I'm saying? It's different if you buy chicken out of the grocery store. You haven't seen it live. You haven't seen it. You haven't named it. It's not a named pet. It's different. But my dad comes home and he's got squirrel gravy. He's got, deer meat. He's got all this crazy stuff that I won't eat at my dad's house ever again, ever. And
squirrel gravy. That's disgusting.
I'm sorry, but I go over there one time, and he's got what was it? It tasted like chicken, and I hate to be the stereotype, but it was squirrel, but it tasted like chicken. And he had all this meat peeled off, and it was shredded chicken on. Red hot sauce. It was great. It was buffalo chicken. It was awesome. And he tells me that was the squirrel he caught in the front yard. I'm like, get out. He's like, no, I'm serious. He's like, doesn't it taste like chicken? I'm like, Dad, seriously, I can't take you anymore. That I won't eat nothing at my dad's house now because of him doing this stuff to me. So yeah, I don't eat fish or any of that kind of stuff. I have eaten fish sticks, Mrs. Gorton's, when I was younger, but I will not eat lobster, crab, any of that. It's so, if you would watch these things eat in their primitive setting, they are scavengers and they're eating whatever falls to the bottom. Dead carcass, they're on it. They eat it. And you want to eat that? I'm going to interrupt you because
we got 3 super chats that came in.
Okay.
Jeff Beatty, $10, and with the 44th pick of the 2020 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns selected Grant Delpit, safety LSU, great pick.
Oh, it's a great pick, but I have no faith. Sorry. They get my hopes up every year, and you know what? I think
they're a factory of sadness.
We have the longest record of non-winning ever. So
Michigan Tropicals was sent $2 more. Let me know when you can come down for a tour.
Come up for a tour. You're north of me, brother. And you know what? I was going to stop in the last trip that I was up there, but my help didn't show up, and I was by myself, and it took so much longer. I just didn't have time. But I was going to stop in. You were on my plans to stop in at Michigan Tropicals, and I had 5 stops, and because my help didn't show up, I was a half hour late starting, and then every stop took longer because I had no help. That the next stop was later, and then it was building every single time, every stop. I didn't get home until 11 o'clock. I think I was up for like 17 hours driving that day, and then I had to get home and then put the fish away, which took another 2 hours. I mean, it was horrible. It was horrible.
And you still have to do hair treatments. So, priorities. All right, Dave Hudson put 5 pounds in. Rich, when will we get treated to a video of the beast out on the drag strip?
Actually, real soon, because it hasn't been out of the garage in 2 years. But my buddy Greg Woodstock is coming out to give us a pond in the backyard for Tracy. So I am going to have this car up and running for him so that when he gets here, I can take him for a ride and show him what a real machine feels like. And I'm going to make him scream like a little girl. So
Von
I
Yinzer
will
put
video
in-
all this and let you guys in on it.
Right. Von Yinzer put in $2 more. Says, I love how Robbz moved into Josh's seat. I mean, he farted and it was warm. What do you expect? I need to take this seat.
I love it. Vine, you're the best. You're the greatest. Thank you so much, brother.
K Stu sent in $10. Says 10 to Rich and Robbz for the extra effort. Aquarium Guys podcast. Check it out. And also, is Josh just playing Fortnite?
Josh does not play Fortnite.
He just does the Fortnite dance.
Josh has a girl coming over tonight, so he's on his way because he's excited. New girl, blah blah blah. He's single now.
There you go.
So you guys got to understand. I'm willing to hang out with you guys because I love you guys and I have fun with you guys, and if I can answer more questions, that's just great. That's no problem. No skin off my back. I don't have girls coming over. I don't have big date ahead. I have my wife, which is waiting to come home. So I'm willing to be here and answer more questions. No problem.
All right,
he's
so Dave
excited about his girlfriend tonight.
Can't blame him. Dave Piffer sent in $10 with no comment. Thank you, buddy.
Piffer, was that spelled Piffer?
Pifher. Piffer.
Okay, good deal.
Yes,
you did good this time.
I did. And Reaper sent in $2. Says, stay safe, brother. # Team Tracy.
Who?
Reaper.
Now that's my buddy Vince. I've been friends with him since probably 30 years.
His identity.
Well, Reaper is his identity. That's my buddy Vince Trujillo. He's a good guy, and he's been my friend for 30-some years. He's a great guy, but he's a little behind in the times. He just got turned on to Facebook. I just got him to follow OFR. I just got him onto YouTube, and now he's putting up super chats. Look at him go.
There you go. So
Love you,
Nicole.
What's that?
Nicole Charapko is CHRAPKO. Sent $15 saying, sending positive vibes from Georgia. # Team Tracy.
Thank you, Nicole. I almost swore. That's so awesome of you. I'm trying so hard not to swear anymore because I am a public figure and I do deal with a lot of kids around. So I have to change my trucker mouth to something a little bit more spiritual.
See, that's why on the podcast we get to use ducks. See, we get the miracle of B-roll.
Oh, that last podcast I
Michigan
had with you, there
Tropicals.
was a lot of ducks. Every time somebody swore, you'd hear
Lots of ducks.
Quack, quack, quack. It was crazy. The whole podcast was ducks.
Got to unwind every now and again, Michigan Tropical sends in another $2. I think this is like a single stream record. I'll meet you guys at the strip. I want to see.
What did he say? I'll meet you guys what?
He'll meet you guys at the strip. I want to see.
Oh, for the car. You know what, buddy?
Yeah.
I have a spare room. You can come down here and stay the weekend and watch as we do this kind of thing. There is a movie called Fulton's Point that I was in, and out of 9 racers, you got to meet everybody. Me and Gary Box were the end racers. Gary Box beat me, but he has a full onset race car, tube frame chassis, 630 cubic inch motor. I was 540 cubic inch, but my car isn't a tube frame chassis. It was a street machine, but his car was a track machine. And yeah, he took me on takeoff, and I stayed about a car length behind him. I had the power, the horsepower, but I didn't have the takeoff launch ability control that he had. And, you know, I lost, but the movie was great. It was awesome.
Awesome. So I got a couple comments here. It says, I love the green headphones, Robbz. So in your face, Rich.
That's
See,
the green
you need a pair
goblin
of these.
headphones.
That's what I'm saying.
Let me explain
These
this.
are great.
He has a green background to where you see our fish tank. Everything in our fish tank behind us, behind that is a green screen background. Well, on his case, he has a green screen background, and them headphones disappear. All you see is these little black earmuffs over his ears. You don't see the thing over the top. You don't see the green. But in this situation, we're bringing him in by, you know, a chrome window. You see all the green. I call them his, what did I call them? I forget.
Green Goblin headphones.
Green Goblin headphones. And, you know, they show up. So, you know,
Right.
He makes me wear these things. Do you see
So
this?
every now and again in the chat.
There's little earbuds in
Yeah,
there.
where you can wear earbuds.
Yes, because if he comes through the TV, then my mic picks him up, and then, you know, the computer amplifies it to you guys, and then it comes back through the TV, and then the mic picks up reverberation. So I have to wear headphones every time Robbz is around and as a guest, so that you don't get the reverberation. But he don't need to actually wear them headphones.
See, I'm prepping you for future guests. That's
No, you could be having your TV on and just listening. You don't need the headphones, is what I'm saying.
If you say so. We'll try it sometime. But every now and again, we get a chat in YouTube that has to be moderated and removed because it has maybe one of those fancy swear words.
Yeah.
So one of them says, finally, you got rid of the thumbnail showing your large derriere in an Aquaman body. That body looks nothing like your real figure nowadays.
Hey. I you know what? I'm just saying. Let me show you. Let me turn sideways. All right.
Ow!
Oh, there it is. It's getting better.
Looking
it's
fresh.
getting better.
Hey, get off my face.
It's okay, buddy.
No, but shout out to the person that made that